Right, so can you just tell me a little bit, please, about, did you ever get taught about managing money before you came on this course?
Not as explicitly as what we've covered so far. Like, I maybe would have talked about it, like, because I turned 18, like, it's kind of in my house has been conversation about the likes of my credit and all, but not really as much as what I've asked here. Like, I feel like when I ask my mummy about anything, she's not really much of a clue, where I feel like I'm coming in and like get more confirmation and I feel more secure in what I've actually learnt in here.
Mum was really good with money, so she always is being like, Brianna, you need to see if you need to do like she's always taught, like she's been very open with like how much your mortgage is and how much your rates are and how much every like the cost of living is. But I never really, like, Mum, I didn't go to uni, so she wouldn't be really aware of like the type of expenses that I would be needing to pay. Whereas like when it comes to like my student loan or anything like that, if I ever have any questions for her, she's just like, oh, I don't know.
What, if you, looking back, do you think you should have had, like, there should have been other places? Obviously, you've spoken about the situation at home, but should there have been other places that you could have learned about it along the way?
Yeah, I would like to have learned about it in school.
Yeah.
Like this, I think classes like this should be mandatory in school. Many people always say politics should be mandatory in school, but I also think anything like this.
Like finance, something to do with just how do you actually survive in your future, not just learn this like actually how to finance yourself and just like how to do things to secure like a financially responsible future.
Yeah. You don't want to leave the last thing anyone wants to do is leave himself in serious debt. And like, I think being more open about money is what you need, especially I feel like in Ireland people are really like, oh, I don't talk about that, or like if even people if they've got like a Christmas bonus, like they don't want to talk about it.
Even like benefits, it's like really like shunned.
It's very what do you call that?
Taboo, yeah. So which ones of these so we've done income, deduction, spending and budgeting so far. We're week 3 of a 4-week course. Which ones have you found interesting?
Defo today. I think
which is budgeting.
Like, yeah, like I genuinely think like especially for the likes of us who have so much coming on and so much going on, it is dead handy.
And we say likes of us, what is it because of like making the decisions for next year?
Making the decision for like the likes of uni and like even if you talk about the likes of formal, like you've just got
every week we're in here talking about the formal, and it helped because last week we talked about it and me and Aoife both got paid today. Yeah. And we were like, right, so I literally went into my notes on Wednesday before I got paid and made a list of everything that I need to do. Yeah. And I was like, because the last thing you want is to get to your makeup appointment and you don't have money to pay.
There's a couple of things that have come out. We've talked a bit about the formal, we've talked a bit about the differences in the child trust funds and what people are getting from parents. Do you find that there is quite, is it quite a lot to live up with peer pressure with
a big deal where you get your formal dress, how expensive your formal dress is, who's doing your makeup, if you're getting a spray tan, what your date's wearing, like it's just 5 million things, and you're like, realistically, like with corsage, like I've said to Abby, like I don't want a corsage, I don't need a corsage, like I don't like the look of them, they're out of date anyway.
Expectation, like traditional expectations.
And then obviously when you're rich upper six, it's like everyone's going to uni, everyone's getting a car, everyone's going to formal.
It is like money. You can't have a conversation that money isn't tied to it.
Yeah. How did you find this sort of setup and the learning style? And
very good. You're a very, very open person.
I also find you don't feel like uncomfortable talking about money in front of you. Okay.
It's not relatable. Like it's not teach, like you sit and learn. It's like how do you feel? Like do you know, like how has this affected you? Like have you learned anything? Have you put it into action?
Or like we've all been there. Yeah. And you always talk about like living in London and like how expensive it is and like you always talk about like even about your pension, you were like a guy made a mistake and like you're like kind of helping us to not make the same mistakes. Yeah. You're not being very like, well, this is what you do and this is the plan that you do, this is how people save money. It's like this is the way that I did it and there is other ways.
And so anything else about the activities that we've done so far that worked or didn't work, obviously? You do?
I love the government spending one and then seeing what we have compared to what other people.
Right, and then so what do you think you might go, what have you started doing differently or will you do differently or are you going to go away and think about after? I know we've not finished the course, but so far, what do you think?
Well, after our first week, I was taking my car insurance. I had the money there, but I went into my credit union and I went into my savings and I took out a secured loan just
Mhm.
because of what we had talked about, and I was like, it's better to start building stuff up now and better to start being responsible with it now than just paying it all and not having anything to sort of back me up on that.
And building your credit score and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Also, I think just being more mindful of what you're spending.
How do you feel about confidence levels going, like, in the future, going forward, talking about or thinking about or making decisions about money?
A lot more confident.
Like, rather than just being in the dark, because I feel like it is such a subject that people do try to like not talk about. Like, money's such a worry that people are like, if I don't talk about it, it'll go away. But talking about it, it actually does help. Like, there is, no matter what you're doing, like there could be a better way to do something, there could be a worse way to do something, but people just don't want to talk about it and they don't want to know. I really do not think we've had one subject on student loans, and the applications are coming up for them, and we've not talked about them at all.
But we're going to talk about that in the last session, so we'll hopefully give you some questions.
On our knowledge.
Yes,
you can
be my ambassadors.
I've been going everywhere and been like, did you actually know?
This is great.
Get on this one money thing, folks.
Lovely. What we want to do. We want to be doing more and more. We want to be everywhere. We're doing our best.
We'd recommend.
So good,
Thank you very much. Straight down the camera. Thank you.
Recommend, folks.
110.
Get on it. Give them more money, please.
Thumbs up.